Hello everyone, my name is The Stray Bullet and welcome back to Marking Mission, the series where I get marks on my tanks. Today, the Tier 9 French tank destroyer, the Foch. I am on 64.8%. Now you might be wondering, Phil, why did you start recording so late? If you're like so close to the mark already, usually you're like at 62, maybe 63%. The reason for that is yesterday I was power grinding this tank yesterday evening and I got to just about 63.5% and I thought, you know what? I'm so busy with this power grind, I don't really feel like recording just yet. I was starting to get in a groove. I eventually won 12 out of 16 games. After earlier in the day, I lost 12 out of 16 games. So I was like, I want to stay in this groove a bit and not, you know, overdo it by starting to record. So I got 63.5% and I thought if I hit 64, that's when I will give in and that's when I will start recording. So I hit 63.5. It was on Himmelsdorf. What I wanted to do is I wanted to be aggressive on the hill. I was top tier. There was a Korean pattern behind the rubble and I thought I can go after this Korean pattern, turn my armor to the people that will still come up the hill and then dominate from there. Instead what happened was I was gonna shoot the Korean pattern. An E50 ally rams me from behind, so I missed the Korean pattern, so I have to stay there. This lightweight is really annoying, 1 second. So I had to stay there and show my side to the people now coming up. I wanted to turn my armor, but the Korean pattern tracked me. So I couldn't shoot anyone. But because that E50 he rammed me, I missed my first shot on the Korean pattern. I was now sideways onto people coming up the hill. I got double tracked. I eventually do kill the Korean pattern, but that E50 pretty much made me drop a full percentage in my mark because I couldn't escape anymore. From that point on, I was like, nope, I can't be arsed. If I get the mark, I get the mark. If I don't get the mark, I don't get the mark. So I finished off that day of grinding on 64.8%. And that's how we ended up here on Siegfried Line. Not really knowing what to do, because as a tank destroyer you don't have a lot to do. You can go into the field and then what? Oh, and then you have the Foch gun, who is temperamental as well, just like the M103 gun. Like, I'm pretty sure that 400 alpha guns are just really not listening. That would have missed as well. Oh god, this gun. So yeah, I have full faith that I will not actually do enough damage and spotting to get this mark to this game. 0.2% and I'm gonna mess this up because I don't know how to play this tank. It's better than the AMX AC48. It's much better than the AMX AC48. But it's still not good. I need to find someone stupid that I can track and then perma-track. And that's not really gonna happen anytime soon, is it? Oh, he's stuck. Oh, okay, yeah, Artie's just literally pre-aimed for me to get spotted again. It's been good to be perma-stunned for the last half a minute. It feels really good. What are we actually afraid of in town now? Oh, the grill probably, yeah. Firing high explosive, but I miss because lol XD. What is RNG?
Give your meat a good old rub.
Corner fighting in a French tank destroyer is always annoying. I have to drive out, show my side, then rotate. And then I have to hit, you know, hope that, you know, allies don't block me. But at least I'm aiming down at my enemies so their armor's being negated. No one drives at this 110 though, that's behind me, so I have to go in and die. But at least we win. I mean, it wasn't a good game, but at least we won.
There's no denying it. The future's crazy.
The French gun is a bit... shit. It was the side of an IS-7, it should have penned. It flies high. That was the front of an IS-7. It should have bounced. It pens. It's kind of like constantly like this. Ramming with the Foch, I've noticed, is terrible. It is fast. It has 150mm frontal armor. but it does no damage ramming. I get overconfident, and I also am at these enemies. I bounce off the OHO, which is a bit shit. I ram the 140, but he dies before I get to ram him, and at least I can have a single shot into this defender. It's not great, but it's better than last game at least. And, well, the mark is not there yet.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Oh, Sand River. I had the unfortunate luck of being on Sand River. The problem with the Foch, of course, I've mentioned this many times, is that those huge cupolas and bar, whatever it is, I said view rangefinder, whatever it is, it just sticks out so far. It's frustrating. I bounce off the 704, which is a bit meh, shit happens. E50M tracks me. I track the E50M. Now it's kind of like very awkward sitting here looking at each other, but the 704 is still there and kills me. Very bad game, not the mark. I was sad. Super duper sad.
Let's have a couple of commercials.
Personally, I don't think that Highway is a good tank destroyer map, so I decide to go full ham. I see that the enemies don't have actual heavy tanks, so I go into town. I'm bullying this 112. I'm bullying the T10. I kill the 112. I want to push the tempo. I want to push the tempo on this T10. He's got more alpha. I roll for 343. He rolls for 483 RNG. Why do you exist in my life? However, I do have a faster reload, and I've got the OHO behind me. The OHO is stuck on the building, takes the shot, but it bounces, luckily, and I get in to kill the T10. So let's now move forward. A shot on the back of the T-34-100 should be an easy pen, but RNG, once again, is there with a big fat middle finger rubbing against my face. Let's speed it up a bit. We're shooting tier 7 tanks. It's not really interesting. It's easy damage. Another tier 7 tank appears who's firing high explosive, does 2 damage. And artillery bounces his high explosive shot onto me, and I kill him. We are being capped. No one wants to go back. There's a Foch defending our cap circle. It's a bit of a problem. I put a shot into his side 1. I'm gonna put a second shot into his side right now, but I don't notice that there's a tank spotted in our base, which I should have been firing at instead of this Foch. I should have been firing at whatever it is that's spotted right now. I can't really see it at the moment. I think it was the Emile or the Lorraine. I keep on blind firing the Foch, but it misses. So now we're still being capped. I think of shooting the building to give my team maybe a better shot. Then I decide to shoot next to the building, and I get a massive reset off. I kill the Foch, which is great, but it's just not enough. No one drives in time to get the reset off, and we lose, doing 6.7k damage. Look, okay, this is the mark, but why did it have to be a f***ing loss? Christ, on a bicycle. I even got a blind reset. Like, I even actually got a blind reset of 85 points, and no one dared this entire game to actually push in somewhere. They all sat in the back constantly. Oh my god. How difficult is it to actually just drive in? I had the flank. I had the side of that Foch. No, it's in the back. Yeah.
It's mumbo jumbo voodoo bullshit. I can't even...
Anyway, marking mission. The series where I get marks on my shit French tank destroyers.